Today I'm coming to you with a $500 per month budget, so that's approximately 28,000 Philippine pesos, to be spent while you're living in a beach location. So that could be somewhere such as Palawan or Siargao or anywhere that's really nice like that. There's so many different places. There's 7,000 islands here, so there's plenty to choose from. If you're looking for that beach location on a budget, then this is the video for you. Stick with us and see what you can get for $500 per month. First of all, if you haven't already, please smack that like button that's down in the corner somewhere, along with the notification bell to stay informed with everything Philippines. Right, let's get down to it. First of all, the hardest one to deal with is the rent. Obviously, a beach location like this, especially beachfront, the rents can be absolutely ginormous. However, if you're very selective with the location that you go to and the type of building that you go into, you can make this work. So this budget is aimed towards a person that is single, that doesn't have a companion, doesn't have any pets, doesn't have any kids that are living with them. Obviously, if you've got a 20-year-old kid and the kid lives in a different country, fine, whatever. The kid's not really a dependent, okay? So, I mean, if you have a baby that you have to raise, this budget and this location and everything is a no-go, okay? So, bear that in mind. Rent. You're gonna choose a place that is either a nipa hut or a small bungalow. This can be beachfront or slightly set back. That's going to run you somewhere between 8,000 pesos per month. So obviously you can see, if you've already watched the previous budget video for province, the rent is double just because you're in a beach location, and you get a lot less for your money as well. There'll be quite a few similarities to the province budget video as well for $500. So with this one as well, we do not recommend the use of aircon because it can really ramp up the electricity costs per month. So we're going to budget 1,500 pesos for the month on this one, and that gives you fan use and just general charging use, so your phone, your tablet, maybe a laptop, something like that, and several lights throughout the property. And that's about all your 1,500 pesos per month will get you. Water stays the same, it's very, very small, the water bill, and that's 300 pesos. For internet, for Wi-Fi, we've increased that just slightly on this budget for the beach. It's 1,000 on this one rather than 800. That gives you a little bit more leeway with shared Wi-Fi and maybe data packages as well. I've also been a little bit more generous with your load, so you can do 500 pesos on that, so that'll get you a bit more allowance with your gigabytes per month. That brings the total for the housing and your utilities plus phone to a total of 11,300 pesos. Food and dining, we're going to go about this one just slightly different, just a little bit different on this one, okay? On the first budget video for province, I highlighted mainly having home cooked meals, doing that yourself and getting stuff in. However, I still do recommend that on here, so getting your rice, your eggs, your veg, your fruit, your noodles and all those type of things. Canned goods as well is a good cheap option. So I do recommend still doing some home cooking, perhaps one small meal per day. However, on this budget, I'm going to recommend you do 2 visits to the Carinderia per day. So let's just say the month has 31 days in it, so that's 62 times per month that you're going to go. And we'll shoot just about 100 pesos per visit on that one. About 95 to 100 pesos, that should be perfect. And we're going to give you a total budget on that of 6,000 pesos for the month. Now, home cooking, we're going to also allow a 5,000 peso budget on that one, because it is slightly higher in those regions to go and purchase your goods and cook at home. But obviously, I doubt you're going to want to eat at the Carinderia 3 times a day. Occasional drinks, food, snacks, street food, coconut drinks, etc. 1,500 pesos additionally to your budget. So that brings your total food cost for the entire month to 12,500 pesos. Now, transportation I'll do slightly different as well. I'm trying to mix things up a little bit for you guys. In the province video, I emphasized that you already own a bike, okay? You already own a motorbike. Now in this one, I'll go a little bit differently and just say, okay, you didn't have enough money to purchase the bike up front, so you have to rent a bike at the location, or take habal or tricycles, or perhaps even just have a bicycle and just get around locally by bike. Okay, first of all, within the transport, we're going to go for the motorbike rental cost itself, or habal transport, or some tricycle use. So kind of compile all of these within 2,000 pesos per month. Fuel for the motorbike, 1,500 pesos. That just allows for local trips. It doesn't allow you for traveling or going long distances or anything like that. It's just getting to and from places that are within the vicinity near where you live. I'll even add in an additional 500 pesos towards your budget for bicycle maintenance. So even if you're not using a bicycle, that gives you an extra 500 to use on something else, I guess. But if you do have a bicycle, 500 pesos per month, just set to one side in case you, I don't know, burst a tire, your chain snaps in half, you need new brakes or whatever else. Okay, back to healthcare and basic essentials. We're going to go for a PhilHealth contribution of 500 pesos again. And we're going to also add 1,000 pesos towards basic medicine, so your ibuprofen, paracetamol, pain relievers, first aid, etc. Multivitamins as well, we'll also add in there, so another 1,000 for that. And we'll just go for a basic checkup, which is 500 pesos. That brings your total healthcare cost to 2,000 pesos for the month. Again, with these budgets, a doctor's checkup, that's a 500 allowance per month. Now, if you're anything like me, I haven't been for a doctor's checkup in, well, years. So all of those 500 pesos that I would have set aside for doctor's checkups, I could either use on something else or I'd have a nice little Christmas bonus. Time for the entertainment and island activities. So we're going to go for nature based fun on this one because your budget is so small within this $500, and obviously some of the other areas like rent and food is a little bit more expensive in this place, so your fun does lack a little bit. However, there's plenty of nature for you to go around, and I'm assuming that's what you're there for in the first place in that kind of location. Let's just assume that you enjoy a spot of surfing or beach days or bodyboarding or something like that, and let's also assume that you don't even have your own surfboard because it's quite difficult to get your surfboard to the Philippines, and I believe they're quite expensive. I'm no surfer myself, but I think they're quite expensive, so let's just assume that you need to hire them. 500 pesos per month should see you through. Then you've got hiking, waterfall and other island adventures that you could go and have a look around. Go for the public area zone, not the guided tours. Obviously, if you go for a guided tour, you'll blow your budget in less than half of a trip. So stick with just the public routes, go on your own, well, not on your own, but don't go guided essentially, and allow for 500 pesos for the month on that one. If you like to go out of an evening or have a trip to the pub or a bar or something during the day, allow for 1 to 2 beers per week. I know guys, it's not much, so hold back, okay? 1 to 2 beers per week, and that should spot you 1,000 pesos per month. That brings your total entertainment and leisure to 2,000 pesos for the month. However, if you like your alcohol but you don't want to spend that much because beer is a little bit more expensive, then you could go for more Filipino items and spirits. You could go for Tandoy, Tuba, or Emperador or something like that, okay? So they are a lot more strong, a lot more cheap. You could get a litre bottle of Tandoy for half the price of a Red Horse, okay? So bear that in mind, stay safe, and don't overindulge, especially under the heat. Basic personal care and hygiene, so things like your toothbrush, toothpaste, shampoo, hair conditioner, body wash, whatever it may be, soaps, etc. allow for 500 pesos per month. Again, go and get your laundry done. Don't worry about doing it all yourself because hand washing it yourself equates to pretty much the same price once you've bought all the comfort and the powder and everything. Go to the laundromat and spend 500 pesos per month. That'll get you a good 2 visits of 8 kilogram washes. They wash it, they tumble it, they dry it, they iron it, they fold it, they bag it, and then you just go and pick it up. Job done. Another 500 pesos to do your hair. Go to the barbers and get your hair and beard done. 500 pesos for the month. That's either 2 trips in a high-end place for about 250 each, or you could get about 5 trips to another type of barbers that's slightly less and they normally charge somewhere between 50 for the beard, 50 for the hair. And that brings your basic personal care and hygiene to 1,500 pesos for the month. Now, the downside to this budget video, obviously it's basic anyway, there's only so much I can stretch $500 towards, but the real downside is the lack of savings that you can do. You can only have 1,200 pesos towards savings, that's all you've got left, okay? So you're more than likely gonna have to just put that to one side and use that for visa, okay? There's not much else you're gonna get, okay? That is the likelihood of it. If you've managed to save in another place, so if you don't have a bicycle, for example, and you don't need the bicycle maintenance, that's 500 pesos you saved. If you don't go to checkups often, that's another 500 each month that you've saved by not going. If you're like me and you don't need haircuts or beard trimming, because I do my beard myself and I shave my head normally, it's nice and shiny, I do that myself as well, so that's another 500 pesos. Just in those three items, I could save 1,500 pesos each month to add towards that 1,200, making it 2,700 pesos savings towards the visa, towards anything else. So as you can tell, this is a very basic, very tight video for your budget of $500. This is for someone that really wants to live near a beach, someone that really wants to be around the community, maybe with other expats, surfers. This is not for a family person, it's not for someone that has kids, has pets, has a partner, okay? It's just not gonna work. You're gonna each need $500 budget, not just one person. Yeah, that's how that's gonna work in this type of scenario. So guys, just to recap on absolutely everything, we're gonna go for 11,300 on your rent and utilities. We're gonna go for 12,500 on your food and dining, 4,000 on your transportation, 2,000 on your healthcare, 2,000 on your entertainment, 1,500 on your personal care, and then your savings and emergency fund at the bare minimum would be 1,200. Just try and save, I guess, from different areas of that budget. It's completely dependent on your lifestyle, what you want to do, depends on what you want to eat, how frequently you go out for meals. Some people only have 2 meals a day, some people have 1 main meal per day and just snacks. So it's completely different from one person to another, but I'm trying to generalize this for the majority. Obviously, this is very basic. You will seem a little bit struggling at times, I guess, but there we go. I've done it, the challenge completed. I hope that's helped. And if you gained some value from this, some insight, give us a thumbs up, give us a like button, hit that subscribe button down in the corner, hit the notification bell as well, and drop me a comment and let me know if this budget is suitable for you. Take care guys, bye bye now.